Hey everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Head, and welcome back to the Baseball Head. Hope you like this video and hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 5,100 subscribers, believe it or not. Need more subscribers on here to get the word out. This is the best Mets baseball channel you can find anywhere on the internet. There's nobody even close to what I can provide for you here. I'll give you all your Mets needs here and baseball in general. I will be going on a road trip tomorrow to Philadelphia to watch our Mets play the Phillies. They had one of the best wins yesterday in Toronto, and I want to cheer them on. The subscriber has invited me on. I'm going to sit behind the Mets dugout, and we're going to have a good time. And he's not a Mets fan; he's a Phillies fan, But we're gonna have a lot of fun, and I'll live stream it there. I'll discuss the club there and have a lot of fun and discuss everything I can discuss with him there. But anyway, so let's discuss the future. Let's discuss about next year a little bit. There's always room for that. This is from SI.com. I have my own opinions on it. I'll keep it to myself. But headline, Mets listed as potential top landing destination. The superstar slugger. After a one-year hiatus, New York Mets will likely be big spenders this off-season. After an abysmal start to the year, the New York Mets have been the best team in baseball. That is not hyperbole. They are 58-33. That's over 91 games. That's pretty damn good. Since May 30th. Regardless of the season's outcome, the team has shown enough that ownership will be looking to improve their roster ahead of 2025. Outside of shortstop, New York may look to make an upgrade at any position, including third base. Well, I don't know about that. Mark Vientos has been a revelation at the hot corner, eventually usurping fellow prospect Brett Beatty for the starting job at the end of the match. I would mention, people have been writing to me complaining or critiquing the club, saying that they don't give rookies a chance. They gave Brett Beatty plenty of chances. And he didn't do well. But let's talk about Vientos. They gave Vientos a chance, and he's run with it. 24-year-old hasn't looked back and is completing a breakout season. Slashing .276 with .335 on base percentage, a .537 slugging percentage, with an .872 OPS, 24 homers, and 62 RBIs in just 96 games. Now, I have not prorated this to 146 games that the Mets have played so far. That's pretty damn good. The only question surrounding Vientos is whether he's a long-term third baseman or better suited for a first base DH role. Vientos hasn't been a liability at the position, but his defensive metrics have been on the negative side this season in terms of defensive runs saved and outs above average. Now, that is an issue. But he's much better than he was last year, and he has a good arm. The two things he needs to improve upon is his footwork, in my view, his footwork and his hands. He needs to do more work. I like to see him have a full season as the Mets third baseman, quite frankly. But here in the report it says, that's why Bleacher Report's Zachary Reimer believes that the Houston Astros third baseman, Alex Bregman, could be on the team's radar this offseason. Bregman, who's 30, is set to be the top third baseman of the 2024-25 free agent class, especially after Matt Chapman signed a recent long-term extension with the Giants. Chapman's 6-year, $151 million contract should be seen as a floor for Bregman, who's a year younger and has 2 World Series rings and 19 postseason home runs on his resume. And the Astros are going to postseason again. For the Mets, adding Bregman would create possibly the best defensive tandem on the left side of the infield, alongside shortstop Francisco Lindor. It would also mean adding Bregman's career .848 OPS to the heart of the lineup. The Mets certainly had the money to sign Bregman to a contract similar to Chapman's. Mets billionaire owner Steve Cohen is the wealthiest owner in Major League Baseball, and New York is set to have as much as $175 million coming off their payroll next season. Money like Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, believe it or not, James McCann. Possibly they move on from Starling Marte's, at least part of his contract for next year, possibly moving the injured Jeff McNeil. New York has also been rumored to be one of the leading contenders, signed free agent superstar Juan Soto, and Reimer previously linked them as the top landing spot for Corbin Burns. If the Mets fail to land Soto on what is believed will be the richest contract in MLB history, aside from Shohei Ohtani, adding Bregman and or Burns could be a nice consolation. Well, we'll see. I mean, I think they're going to go after a big starter. I mean, that either a Burns or Blake Snell. But in all likelihood, they're going to make a big play for a big player. Okay, Soto is probably the number one player they're going to really go hard after because they could use a pretty good outfielder. They need another outfielder. They need a younger outfielder, and he's 26 years old. You can put him in right field. You can put him in left field. And he is the number one name. Bregman is an intriguing player. A lot of teams will be in on him. The Yankees will certainly be. That's for sure. The Cubs will be in on him. A few other teams, maybe the Mariners possibly. There's any number of teams that would be very interested in him. He's a winning player. He's coming from a winning situation. I don't think he's on the downside by any means. But that's a lot of money for guys in his 30s. But just keep that in mind. I would prefer not to do that. I was going to mention it, but I would prefer not to, just based on the fact that I have a 24-year-old player that has improved his defense, and I'd like to see him be able to improve that more. And I don't want to have a competition at third base again next year. And, especially if I decide to move, to move on from Pete Alonso. But that's a different story. But you let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please hit the subscribe button. I want to get to 10,000 subscribers. That is the next big goal of this channel. And I know we can get there very, very quickly. Even if you don't subscribe, send the video to a friend. Share it with if you're on Facebook, and if you're on Twitter, or X, or anywhere you're on social media other than on here. Or even text message it to a friend, text message it to a child that's that's maybe your son or your daughter. I want to get these videos out there, especially if they're Mets fans. We want to see the Mets win, and the more we can get these videos out there, that would be great. So thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you later.